check out those noodles. They kind of look all dark and mysterious, and you betcha they are spicy. These are my Kung Pao chicken noodles. I'm such a big Kung Pao chicken fan, but for me it's got to have all the right things. Like, it has to have the really spicy element, the Sichuan peppercorns, all the right, aromas and fragrances. So we're going to make the right kind of Kung Pao chicken, throw in some noodles, and it's going to be good. I promise. So we're going to start with the marinade first of all. I'm going to do some soy sauce, some Shaoxing cooking wine, a little bit of honey. Just give that a whisk, that honey to dissolve in there. And in goes my chicken. And here we're starting with layering the flavors here. We've got the salty, we've got the fragrant like Shaoxing wine, but we also need a stir fry sauce. And this one's really important to get right, I think, for like a really good Kung Pao. So I need soy sauce here again, and just a little dash of dark soy sauce, really just to give us that, dark and mysterious, lovely kind of color. And then here's the really secret ingredient that I think a lot of Kung Pao recipes miss out on, and that is vinegar. You don't want it to be just sweet and salty. You want that little bit of a tang to the sauce as well. And now some sugar and some corn flour to thicken everything up. And just give that a mix. Now with my spring onions here, I like to slice up the pale part of the spring onion. And this part of the spring onion has more of that onion flavor. So I like to treat it like an onion and stir fry it first. And then you have your green part here, and that becomes more of our garnish at the end. So I'm going to cut those into battens. And now let's get in here in the wok. Key here is to get your wok really nice and hot. Throw in some oil. And now the chilies. So for me, like, a Kung Pao is all about the spicy and the tingling, right? The spicy comes from the chilies, the tingling comes from the Sichuan peppercorns. So I'm gonna put in a whole lot of chili here. That's just me though. You could turn it down a little if you want. And I like to do this kind of rough. I want some small pieces, some larger pieces. Small pieces you're gonna kind of chew into and get that pop of spice, and the larger ones are just kind of gonna flavor the oil and the sauce a little bit. Now add in the white part of your spring onion first. As I said, that's sort of more like your onion flavor. And then we want garlic, ginger, and Sichuan peppercorns. So things are smelling great in here now. We're gonna go in with the chicken. And you've got quite a bit of sauce in here. Now that's intentional, because what I wanna do is stir fry this until that liquid evaporates and really kind of clings to the chicken. And that way we're getting a really intensified kind of flavor. So give this a few minutes, toss it around every so often. So now you can see that most of that liquid has evaporated. So if I pull that apart there, we've just got the chicken and the aromatics. That's looking really good. So now it's time to get my noodles going. So I'm just gonna use some of these packaged noodles. They're pre-cooked, so they just need a little bit of softening in the water so they break apart. All right. And the trick here is to cook the noodles just until they break apart, because otherwise they'll overcook and get all soggy in the pan. Okay, so these are looking pretty good. I'm just gonna sort of drain and toss them straight into my chicken. Now add your stir fry sauce, and then just toss all of this together until the sauce becomes lovely and thick, and each of those strands of noodles is lusciously coated. Put my spring onion in there. So now we can just serve these up. The last thing is just some roasted peanuts. And there you go, friends, Kung Pao chicken noodles. All right, let's get in here and try this. It is such a big explosion of flavor. I mean, it's spicy, like up front, and it's kind of tingling, and you're getting all that saltiness and all the good things. Slight tang from the vinegar. So good. Yum. Hey, thanks for watching my video. I hope you liked it. I sure do love cooking and creating content for my channel. And if you enjoyed it, then why not hit the subscribe button and maybe that little bell as well, because if you hit the bell, then you'll get a notification every time I'm cooking something delicious.